You are in tune to the Know It All podcast with your boys, Big Tate. Well, Tate, how you doing, man?
What's up, Mod? I'm doing good, man. You know what I mean? Just been watching football mostly all day today, ready to get on here and talk about whatever we gonna talk about football related. Basketball just started. We got the Philadelphia Phillies in the World Series, and maybe it's good Big G ain't here. We don't got to see he hears gloating.
Oh my gosh, we ain't got to hear it at all, bro. Like for real. Big G is a little under the weather, so he is not with us today. But man, thank you guys for rocking with us. It's an excellent game going on right now in the background. We're definitely gonna keep that on you guys' radar. But we ask, man, if you like the content that you're receiving, make sure that you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. You can like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. Also, we are live on Twitter. So when we go live, you definitely subscribe. You'll get those notifications so that you can join and rock with us when we getting ready to go. We're gonna definitely get into more sports talk. Like Tate said, we got a lot to go. We're gonna be short, sweet, but we're gonna hit you with a whole bunch. But before we do that, let's do this. And man, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. We had this week's football starting out with an interesting story, man. Kyler Murray got some of his weapons back. And when he got some of his weapons back, man, he looked like a different offense, didn't he?
Not to me.
Looked like the same
Look,
Kyler Murray
well, I
thing.
mean, he had another option with D Hop out there, but I mean, if Andy Dalton don't throw a pick in the end zone and don't throw two pick sixes, then how good do the Cardinals look?
Well, that's true. But if for the fifth, everybody be drunk. And the Cardinals AZ finally
But
took
but
care.
but I'm saying that's 7 off the board from Andy Dalton, and that 14 on the board Dalton gave him don't make the Cardinals offense look good.
It just makes the Cardinals look better, though.
Yeah, it gave him a win.
Yeah, but we saw the discrepancy between him and Cliff Kingsbury. What do you make anything of that, or is it just a gentleman in the heat of battle?
Yeah, that's just football, man. Come on, they've been they've been knowing each other since Kyler Murray was in high school, so they got probably a different relationship. But I mean, I don't think it's much of nothing. But I saw Claude in the live chat say, what's up, Claude?"
What up, Claude? Man, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for rocking with us, man. Definitely that game to me, man, was a changer because I feel like that these guys moving forward is definitely going to be a force. I mean, D Hop had a hey man, listen, what 10 catches, 100 yards.
In the live chat say,
He
what's up,
back.
Claude?"
You know what I'm saying? D Hop is back, and that's crucial. You have 10 catches, 100 yards. You've been good. Now any man who put their own hype should have came back and did what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, for real, for real. Claude Bishop, he said, your Cowboys still suck. All right, well, hey, we can suck and win the game. Claude, I appreciate you for that. We can suck and still win the game. We sucked and still won the game. You guys were off, so y'all didn't have a chance to lose. So, all right, we're gonna move forward. We're
No, we
definitely
we 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 not off. We just played in about an hour.
Oh, listen, you were off this morning, yeah. Y'all were
Yeah.
off this morning. Y'all were off. Y'all didn't get a chance to get it in and let it be known with everybody else, man. Um, Next game I want to talk about, man. Is Aaron Rodgers done, bro? If Aaron Rodgers out of here,
It's looking like it, man. I mean, I don't think he done, but he's not looking good, man. He's not looking good. I mean, they struggle. I mean, you put him and Tom Brady in the same boat, right? I mean, Green Bay struggled. They lost to the Jets last week, right?
To
Then
the
they turn
Jets
around and
last
lose to
week.
the Commanders today. Tom Brady lose to the Steelers last week, and the Carolina Panthers with nobody.
We're gonna talk about that here. We're gonna talk about that here in a second. But I definitely have to I have to figure out, man, what is really going on with Aaron Rodgers. Is it just that and B Dirt says Cliff Kingsbury needs to be on LinkedIn. Oh my God. Listen,
Kingsbury not looking for a job yet.
he's close to it. He's really close to it. Listen, is it just that the receivers are that bad, or is just Aaron Rodgers lost something?
I mean, I think it's a combination of both. I mean, when you go from having the number one receiver in the league, but I mean, I said this before. I mean, a while ago. I'm wondering how great a coach Matt LaFleur is. Yeah, he done went 13-3 in the preseason. They ain't winning no playoff games. And you come back in this year, you don't got the best receiver in football, Devontae Adams, and their offense looking real stagnant. They fall into 3-4 now.
Yeah, definitely. Next game, Tate, Browns Ravens. Give me your take on that.
Man, I told you, I got Russell Wilson, my fancy quarterback, so I needed a fill in today, and I got Jacoby Brissett. Didn't do nothing. But I mean, he was 22 for 27 for 260 yards. Why can't he throw a couple touchdown passes? I mean, that was a good game. The Browns came out strong. I think the Browns get away from running Nick Chubb too much, man. They need to run Nick Chubb more, have more play action, and set up more screen passes to Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb both. And I
think you're right on that, bro. I think you're absolutely right. That's the most potent running offense. And hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, yes,
Nick Chubb right, Kareem Hunt left. I wouldn't even stop. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because you're gonna get that 1-2 punch. And it's kind of like the Cowboys, Tony Pollard and Zeke. You know, you're gonna get your big back, and you're gonna get a little quicker back. It just is what. The next game we got the Bucks versus the Panthers. Again, you were talking about Tom Brady, right? And there were some bad drops, like your guy, big receiver. What's my guy's name?
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans just dropped a wide. I mean, he was wide slap over. Could have caught it, laid down, ate a sandwich, got up, tied his shoe, and still scored a touchdown. But he dropped that. He was so wide open. And I understand. I mean, the concept of smoking a layup when you're all by yourself is more pressure than hitting a contested layup. But at the same time, you're a pro. You got to catch that, man. How in the world did the Carolina Panthers score 21? I know DJ Moore had a great game, but how is this even possible, bro? Like, we didn't even see who we thought was going to play quarterback today. You know what I'm saying? Much less, I mean, they were having a fire sale, and they just go out here and just beat the Bucks 21-3. Tell me about that game, Tate.
Well, I mean, not Tampa Bay. Carolina has a good defense. A good young defense. Brian Burns got some pieces. J.C. Horn out there. Shaq Thompson. They got some players on there. Jeremy Chin as a big safety. But the thing was, I mean, Tampa Bay's offense was struggling. They struggled to run the ball. Then, like you said, if you have some drops and stuff like that, Carolina's quarterback, P.J. Adams, he's replacing Baker and Sam Darnold. And I mean, he's actually gotten a bigger win than the one they had before that, which I believe, who was their lone win against? Don't matter.
It don't matter. It was the only win.
PJ Adams was a good quarterback in the XFL. And I mean, he has some talent. He's one of those, he's like a poor man's Russell Wilson. He's short, he can scramble, got a decent arm. But hey, they got on top of the Bucks today with Chuba Hubbard getting hurt. He scored a touchdown. And the other running back, Dante Freeman. I mean, so hey, I'm happy. I'm happy for the coach, the intern coach. What's his name?
Oh, I don't know his name. I don't even know
he
his
used
name.
to
I'm trying to think.
coach.
Yeah.
He used to coach the Carolina Panthers and got fired after 1 year real quick when they brought in Kingsbury.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm happy for him. I mean, maybe another minority coach will get a job.
Maybe so. Maybe so. We'll definitely keep our eye on Carolina Panthers. Next game, man, the Falcons and the Bengals. I expected the Bengals to win this game, but I didn't expect them to put that spanking down to the Falcons like they did. They definitely listen. And I'm gonna tell you what made me mad. I'm sitting here. I was like, I'm gonna start Tyler Boyd. I'm gonna start Tyler Boyd.
And
I
you didn't.
left
I
him on the bench.
I did the same thing, man, and it's hard to tell because if you're being realistic, Jamar Chase is number one option, T Higgins is number two. Now Tyler Boyd capable of going off, but you don't know when he's gonna go off. And in my fantasy league, he scored 35 points.
Yes.
And I didn't get, and I'm getting stumped. I needed all that action.
I needed all the action. I'm in a close battle over here in this other one, man. I'm in a close one. All I can hope is that my wide receiver for New England goes off. If he goes off, then I'm gonna be good. But
that's an oxymoron, my wide receiver for New England go off.
He had 21 last week, so I mean, I'm hoping, I'm praying.
It must be Henry. What's his name?
I'll tell you in a minute. It's another different name. Kyle Pitts is going to rust from not being. Man, listen, Kyle Pitts ain't smelt a part of the ball today. I'm like, man, you can't take him out.
I think he had 2 catches for 2 yards.
Listen, man.
He actually had a catch on the goal line that was close to a touchdown.
You want to take him out, but you can't. It's Kyle Pitts.
Right,
That's
you can't. I'm going through the same thing with that too. But man, back to Tyler Boyd and the Bengals offense, man. When Joe Burrow, man, throwing for 400, then he's gonna divvy it up. Boyd had 155. Think T Higgins had 93 and Chase had like 120 maybe. But I mean, he let everybody eat.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. It's like, you knew the Bengals were going to have a good game and getting back on track. B-Dirt, I know you're excited about that. B-Dirt, I know you're excited about the Bengals having a great game.
They still in second place in the division behind the Ravens.
Hey, the Ravens are going to do what they're going to do, but they're still right there. They're keeping pace.
Yeah, I'm just messing with B-Dirt, man.
Lions at the Cowboys. I'm going to tell you, from a Cowboys perspective, a Cowboys fan perspective, I think the defense was expecting Dak's return to be so triumphant that they were just sitting around that first half watching for Dak to go off. And then they decided, hey, he ain't going to do nothing. And third quarter, defense just started mollywopping Detroit and kind of handling them. And at that point, you had, an interception by Diggs. You had a fumble, another caused fumble at the goal line, which was crazy.
Was that calls or did Jamal Williams just fumble?
No. It was calls. He was hitting it. He was hitting the mash, and somebody punched it out.
I was watching up until that point. I was watching that game up until that point, and because it was 10-6.
Yep.
And Detroit had it, and it was like 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they were right there about to score. Ball got punched out.
And go up, yep. And I didn't see it. I didn't say it happened like that. I didn't see it like that. I just saw a handoff and Jamal Williams just dropped it and it rolled right to the Dallas guy. I think it was number 42, whoever that is, if I'm right.
It was Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr picked it up.
Okay, yeah.
And then after that, the doors open. Jordan Lewis got an interception. And then Dak finally, put some drives together and Zeke got 2 tutties. And he threw for 1 touchdown at the end. So there it is, Dallas, Dak knocking the rust off. B-Dirt said that Diggs' interception hit the ground. Sir, he had his hands under it, still under control. And it was ruled an interception on the field. We shalln't argue. I said shalln't. We shalln't argue about the interception. It happens. That is what it is. It's on the record. Next game, we got the Giants and the Jaguars. Giants for real, man. Giants for real.
Is that a question or a statement?
Both. Are the Giants for real? And the Giants are for real, man.
Man, I keep waiting for the coach to turn into a pumpkin. And today, Trevor Lawrence had them, man. I mean, then they just in the second half just didn't play like they did in the first half. But and to be dirt, I bet Daniel Jones outrushed Lamar Jackson today. That was one of my takes last week on our Steeler podcast, and it was 77-6 Lamar Jackson. But this week, Daniel Jones rushed for 102, threw for another 200, rushed for a TD, and passed for a TD. So yeah, I mean, you got to say the Giants are for real. I don't know who they play next week, but just this new coaching staff and the style of play, they can be in a lot of games.
I mean, if you look at the Giants are 6-1 right now, right? They're 6-1, second in that division, and their only loss has been to the Cowboys. So it's like, you know, as we're looking at the Giants, and you can check and see who they play next, I'm just thinking to myself, man, it could get ugly, bro. Like it could literally get ugly. I know the strength of schedule for the Cowboys and the Giants and the Eagles isn't very strong towards the end, so they don't have like a whole bunch of people that they're playing who have, but there are people that we are playing that are getting healthy. Like Detroit's one of them, and that team's moving in the right direction. Right. We got the Packers and the Commanders. We talked about that, man. That was just sad. I was sad. We don't even have to go back into that anymore. The Colts versus the Titans, man. Colts versus the Titans. We got Jonathan Taylor back, you know, and he's starting to look like Jonathan Taylor, doing some Jonathan Taylor type things. You know, he only had, it was 5.8 a carry, which is cool. I mean, 10 carries, 5.8 a carry. He had no tutties. Matt Ryan is trying to make this team his team, man. But, bro, when you throw 2 interceptions, one of them a pick six, you can't win like that. You can't win like that. Take what you think about that game.
Yeah, they had Matt Ryan shook up. You know, it was a divisional game, of course, AFC South divisional game. I wasn't impressed by anybody what anything anybody did on the field today. Derrick Henry had a hundo plus. I don't think Jonathan Taylor really did a whole bunch.
Well, he had 10 for 58.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a whole bunch. It's a good average.
5.8 a carry, you know.
It's a good average. It didn't impact the game.
Didn't impact the game, not at all. Yep. I would agree on that. And next we got the Texans and the Raiders. It's still 6 minutes left in that game, man. It's 31-20. Josh Jacobs is having a day. The Raiders, I knew, would probably get it back together after their bye last week. It's about time. The Jets and the Broncos. It's 15 minutes left, fourth quarter. So the fourth quarter just started, and it's 10-9. I'm gonna tell you something. Let's hope that Breece Hall is not hurt for the season. Youngsters balling for real. And he definitely went out with the knee injury after a 62-yard run. What you think about that, Tate?
I hope he's all right. That was the Jets' only offense though. Breece Hall. I mean, Zach Wilson looked like the kid that played for the Broncos the past few years ago. They got traded to Seattle.
Absolutely.
What's his name?
Not Locker, but what's the dude's name? I can see him, big, tall, and sorry.
Yeah, he went to Missouri in college. I can't think of his name though, but he put me in mind of him just running around, doing those reverse pivots, 20 yards back in the backfield, getting sacked. Yeah,
doing
so
nuts.
You know that's the Jets' only offer. They might have been better with Flacco.
I think you might.
I mean, right. at least staying on schedule more and stuff like that. You know.
I think you're right. Claude said NFC East is the best division in football. It sure looks like it. Definitely looks like it. I mean, they got their records is pretty good. Their records is pretty good. We have the Chiefs on top of the 49ers. I'm going to tell you like this. I was super excited. To see Christian McCaffrey in that 49er uniform and see what he looked like. He got in on a couple of plays. He looked pretty good. But, you know, Mahomes is Mahomes, man. I'm going to tell you. And they might have found something with this Pacheco dude. They might have found something with him, man.
They didn't find anything. They knew they had something, but they running back room so deep. I think of everything now from a fantasy perspective. You can't put him in or put Clyde Edwards-Helaire in, and you got McKinnon back there still. Who knows what to do? The Chiefs is like the Patriots was a few years ago, man. You can't just trust their players. They can go to anybody, so you never know who to play. It's not like they just got outside of Travis Kelce. Not like they have a go-to guy. And the quarterback's name was Drew Lock.
Drew Lock, yep, you're right. But man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just 28-16. So in the third quarter, and anything can happen in that game. Man, what is Geno doing? Geno Smith is out here just winning games, man. I don't, what's going on? Right now they're up in the third quarter, 24-14. And unless it's an epic meltdown, which I think it probably will be, I don't foresee him losing, man. I mean, what you see, Geno's killing right now, bro. Geno's killing.
Man, I told y'all about
178, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
I told y'all about Geno. The interception was tipped too off his boss's receiver. But I told y'all about Geno, man. Geno was never a scrub, man. Geno was a Heisman Trophy finalist in college at West Virginia. Geno was the dude. He fell to the first pick of the second round, I think, in 2015, maybe 2014, one of those years. But not a scrub. Sat behind Russell Wilson for all those years. He was supposed to be the starter for the Jets at one point, but he got into an altercation in the locker room. Dude hit him in the face. Don't hit the quarterback. Hit the quarterback in the face, man. So dude preemptively got cut really quick. But, Geno just says because of that, had to sit and wait at that Jets job, went to the Giants, sat behind Eli Manning for some years, go to Seattle, been Russell Wilson's back up about the last 4 or 5 years. So he just been in way. You ain't seen him. But Geno is not a scrub.
Well, hey, he's proven that. He's definitely proven that. Claude said, I agree, Tate. So he agreed with your vantage point on that, man. Definitely. I got the Chargers quarterback. I got him in my fantasy league, so I need for him to go on and come on. I can't be having my quarterback score 5 and 7 points, man. What is going on? Like when your quarterback score 5 and 7 points, it's bad, man. I mean, you need at least 20 out of your quarterback.
Today is the first day all season. This is week 7, right? Mm-hmm. First time I got a quarterback score over 15 points. I'd have had Russell Wilson. I picked up Tua 1 week. The week he got hurt by Buffalo, didn't do much. I had Trevor Lawrence the time they played Philly. He didn't do much. So I didn't have any options today. Russ got hurt last minute. And I just traded earlier this week for Josh Allen.
Yeah. And
but it's on buy. And I traded. I told you I traded the guy that I played this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave him Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is blowing up on me.
Yeah,
them could have been my point. I could have waited to trade. I gave him Josh Jacobs and CD Lamb, and they get no benefit. I didn't have no Josh Allen or nothing.
You didn't have no Josh Allen. But guess what? It's gonna benefit you next week. Yeah, it's gonna benefit you.
Yeah, but I'm 1-6. I've never had a fancy. We talked in the preseason about Tate know the fancy football, and maybe listen to some of his moves. I've never had a worse fantasy football season in my life. In 2 leagues, I am 1-5 right now, going to be 1-6, and I'm 2-3-1 in the other league, going to be 2-4-1.
Wow! Right now, I'm about to be. I'm 3-2. About to be 3-3 if I lose today, which I'm trying not to lose. And in the other one, I'm 1-5 or 2-5, I think.
You haven't about to say now. This week 7, so you either 1-5, you either 1-5, about to be 1-6, or 2-5.
Yeah,
But so
there
you
it is.
sound like you having a year like me. I mean, you're doing a little better than one of the ones than I am. But we both
But
having
you know
down
what's
years.
crazy? Is I got Jonathan Taylor. Like you're supposed to get points from Jonathan Taylor. You're not getting points from Jonathan Taylor. I'm supposed to get points from my quarterback. I'm not getting points because Rusty was my quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think Jonathan Taylor scored a touchdown since week 1. Russ ain't done nothing.
Bro, it's been bad. I finally dropped Russ. It's so bad I got Jameis Winston. Oh, I mean, it's that bad, man. I had to go and get Jameis Winston at one point, man. Russ, it just hurt me, man. It's just horrible. I can't believe it. I just can't believe what I'm seeing in Rusty. Now that we're talking about Rusty.
Hey, man, it's so bad in my fantasy leagues, a 12-team league. And now the guys in the league, the resort, they gave me the nickname. They called me 12.
Wow.
Because I'm in 12th place.
I knew what you were saying right before you said it. Wow. That's bad, man. You know what? Hey, it happens. It happens. But, you know, the best of us battle out of it. So, I mean, sound like your roster is lined up to where you can battle out of it, man. And tonight's games we have still left the Steelers and the Dolphins at 7. And then we got the Bears and the Patriots tomorrow night. Definitely games that, you know, all right, we're going to see. We got to see, especially with the Bears and the Steelers and the Dolphins. That's a must-see game. The Bears and the Patriots, I just figured that the Patriots going to win that one already. You know what I'm saying? So definitely when we're switching gears, man, NBA season has started already, right? NBA season started. Who has your eye like been on? Who has like just like blown your mind? First of all, I do need to say, Pay, if you're watching, you are really, I told you were smoking a new brand of crack when you're thinking that the Celtics are not going to make the playoffs. I mean, just because they lost their coach, they didn't learn. They
didn't lose JT.
I'm just saying. But bro, like, who has like caught your eye? Who has it like caught your eye in the beginning of the season?
The Celtics. The Celtics. I mean, they with a new coach, they beat Philly, and they beat another contender. Was it the Miami Heat? Maybe the Heat in Philly, and they won last night against somebody they should have beat. Was it? Maybe it was Charlotte or somebody. I can't remember. But yeah, JT is probably averaging like about 36 and 9 and 5 a game right now. I mean, between him and Giannis are probably my MVP front runners 3 games into the season. But I know you about to say your Dallas Mavericks look good too.
No, I'm about to say that, but you forgot about Ja, man. Ja averaging 40 points a game right now. Ja is killing.
They lost though. They lost.
Yeah, but Ja is killing. I mean,
they lost.
Straight up killing right
when
now.
When you the MVP candidate, you got to impact winning.
Yeah, he is.
Giannis had 44 and 17 last night.
Yeah, he did. I'm impressed by Denver first. Denver, totally dismantled. I mean, just dismantled Golden State, who took out the broomstick, the whooping stick, and whooped the Lakers that first night. But Denver came back and got to him, man. They went ahead and got to him. That's a scary team, Tate.
It is. I watched that game of the night, and y'all, I think I might even pick Denver to go to the Western Conference Final, but that's just because I knew that Murray was coming back healthy, and Porter Jr. was coming back healthy. But when I'm watching, I said, "Oh, they got Caldwell Pope. Oh, they got the dude Bruce Brown from the Brooklyn Nets. Like they got some pieces.
DeAndre Jordan. Yeah,
I ain't worried. He not a factor.
Hey, he was the trash man the other night, man. I mean, trash man. He was out there horse granting folks. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good nickname for him at this point in his career.
Hey, getting the trash. That's what you want from a big man. Just get down there and get the rebound.
No, I'm just saying he trash.
B Dirt said surrounding LeBron with bricklayers is a travesty. I'm gonna tell you something. Anthony Davis looks more fragile. You know, if you've ever, I'm a superhero guy, man, and I remember there's this movie with Bruce Willis and
Mr. Glass.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson. He is Mr. Glass. He's you touch him, he blowing. Oh gosh,
he scored 31 today though. I mean, he been doing it, but like B Dirt is right. The fact that they don't have any shooting, I mean, the Lakers should go ahead and make that trade, man, and trade Westbrook to the Pacers for Buddy Hield and the big man from Texas. What's his name?
Oh gosh. I see his face. I be seeing people's face, but can't remember their names for nothing. Miles Turner.
Miles Turner. They should trade and give them 2 first-round picks up. You can't waste LeBron's last 2-3 years and just be afraid to give up picks in 27 and 29. Who cares?
Yeah, definitely. Claude said Westbrook needs to be bought. He needs to be bought out. He's terrible. Let me tell you something. Westbrook is garbage. I mean, at this point, how do you call a Hall of Famer garbage? He is my case study for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's likely going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's
not likely. He ain't no likely. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
He's going to be.
And he's probably going to be first ballot.
Yeah, but I you know what, Claude said trade him anything. I'm gonna tell you right now, Claude, I would trade him for some bubble gum and Tic Tacs.
But see, what y'all, you can say that, but somebody got to want to trade for him and take on that $47 million he's making this year.
And that's
the problem.
That's a lot of bread right now.
That's the problem. And Russ is who he's always been. It just don't fit with the Lakers. Russ always been jacking up bad shots, hustling, scrappy, getting his own rebound of his own misses, driving to the hole with nowhere to go and dumping it off to somebody for an assist. That's just his style. He's just high energy all the time. And the fact he don't fit with the Lakers because the Lakers are a much more strategic team. You know what I mean? Like LeBron needs shooters around, spacing, all that stuff like that. Russ just get the ball and go.
He's out. I think Russ may work with some youngsters, man. If he has some youngsters around him who could just run, might work. But right now he can't. 49ers just scored. It is 28-23. B Dirt said Kittle TD was a grown man catch just now.
What did he say? Claude say?
Claude Bishop said he's definitely a Hall of Famer, but he fell from grace a minute ago. Yep, he absolutely did.
I agree. I agree. Think about it. Nobody wants to play with Russ. Kevin Durant left him. Russ stayed in OKC, and they traded him to Houston. James Harden's like, nah, I can't do this. Paul George that came to OKC. Paul George dipped on him quick.
Dipped.
You know what I mean?
Left. You know what I'm saying?
LeBron can't play with you. It's all bad.
Yeah. And LeBron pretty much can play with anybody. LeBron can pretty much play with anybody. Real sidebar real quick. Tay, did you get a chance to see the Redeem Team documentary on Netflix?
Nah, I got it on my list to watch. I ain't watched it yet.
Man, let me tell you, bro. I really, 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 really liked it, man. I really liked it.
I'm going to watch it.
Seeing Kobe in that element, man. Hey, man, for real. It makes you remember how great Kobe was. A lot of people act like Kobe was not great. Kobe Bryant.
Do people act like Kobe wasn't great?
They do, because they totally forget about him. LeBron, Michael is all they.
But no. When you say LeBron, Michael, they don't forget about Kobe. A lot of people just don't have Kobe on LeBron, Michael level. But everybody else outside of Michael and LeBron, you don't forget about Kobe, man.
Yeah, but you don't hear Kobe brought up in these lists. Sometimes he's not even in the top 10, bro. He's not even. In the top 10.
He definitely top 10. Whoever's top 10 he's not in, that's blasphemy.
So with the NBA, we got the Celtics at 3-0, the Hawks at 2-0, The Wizards surprisingly are 2-0, and the Bucks are 2-0.
The
The Nets
the
are 1-1.
the Wizards about to take their first L right now. They about to play the Cavs at 7:00.
I was just about to ask you about that. How you feeling about your Cavs right now, bro?
We lost opening night to Toronto, but that's because Darius Garland got hurt in the early second quarter. He got poked in the eye real bad. But Donovan Mitchell been balling. He averaging 30, 32, 9, and 8 in his first two games.
That's the
Spider Mitchell.
He nice. He nice like
so
that.
I think.
God. Claude Bishop said Kobe is not a top 10 player, but he's close.
Hey, Claude, go ahead and type in your top 10 real quick in the chat. Let us see.
Yeah, because we need to check that. I need to check that math. In the Western Conference, we got the Trailblazers is 3-0, the Clippers are 2-0, the Pelicans are 2-0. I told y'all, man, hey, that man came back, Brandon Ingram came back with that Jesus Shuttleworth, Denzel's daddy afro getting buckets. You hear me? That Julius Erving afro getting buckets.
And they stumped a hole in Brooklyn.
Hey, that man acting bad for real. The Jazz surprisingly 2-0. How you feel about that?
Don't read too much into that. They got some good players, but they're not gonna be a playoff team. They got
look. I ain't reading too much in that. You know why I ain't reading too much in that? Because the Spurs are 2-1, and me and you could go down there and shoot and be a
right. Teams just now trying to get their foot in. You won't know who's really good and who's really gonna be bad for about another 2 or 3 weeks. Then it's gonna start to play itself out.
Yeah, the Lakers are 0-3, bro.
Trash. Trash.
The Lakers are 0-3. Man, that's just sad, bro. It's sad, man. That is so sad. I feel bad for LeBron.
If they don't make that trade for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, they should go ahead and trade LeBron, man.
They should.
If it's about the picks, you can go ahead and trade LeBron and still get some pieces.
You can. Okay, so here we go, Tate. You asked him for it. He shot it. Kareem, Jordan, LeBron, that's 3. Bird, 4. Shaq, 5. The Dream, 6. Magic, 7. Tim, 8. We missed it 2.
Yeah, and Kobe go in over the Dream.
Yeah,
you'd have to agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying the Dream not in like in the 11 to 15 range because he is
top 15.
Yeah, he's 11-15 range.
Yeah, top 15 easy. You know,
Kobe go in over the Dream. Kobe probably go in over Bird too. I mean, Bird is top 10, but I probably would have Kobe above Bird.
Yeah, he said Kobe probably 9 to 10.
Okay, that's why we said top 10. No to what, Claude? That he over Bird?
Yeah, he said no, not over Bird. I wouldn't put him over Bird. Bird was good. Bird was really.
Man, Bird was a monster.
But
we talking about the top 10. Everybody gonna be a monster.
Yeah, everybody gonna be a monster. You're right. So switching gears, we got the today at 6:07. The Stros could put the Yankees up out of here. They gone and take them out, sweep them out. They look like they got the broom out now down there. You know what I'm saying? The broom and the dustpan just waiting on the Yankees. It's 0-3. The Yankees have they lost last night bad. I think it was 5-0.
Yeah,
5-0. They only had a couple hits, man. It was bad, man. Houston's pitching. I'm glad. I'm really happy for Dusty Baker. I'm super happy for Dusty Baker. It's not, and I was having this conversation with Big G earlier, and because he's talking about his Phillies. He's like, man, I don't care. My Phillies are going, man. It's a great year for me. I feel so great. I'm like, all right, okay, you feel great until you have to see that pitching. Oh, they just got to. If we can beat one of their pitchers, then we'll be all right. It's just a big if. You know what I'm saying? That's a big if. They got some gunners down there, man. The two Oh man, they got Verlander, and then they got what is it, Rodriguez and Vasquez? That's their name.
Vasquez is one. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you something. They not coming to play with you, man. They are not coming to play. And Altuve and the rest of the squad, hey, they could beat you
Altuve, the big DH, his name Alvarez too, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. They could beat you playing small ball, or they could just knock the cover off the ball. Which one you want them to do? You know what I'm saying?
How you want to do it?
Yeah, they give it to you raw for a large amount. How you feeling about this?
The Phillies have made it. They just beat the Padres, and it's in the series 4-1. The Astros, the Yankees don't need to prolong the inevitable. They don't have a was it 2003, 2005 Red Sox coming back from down 3-0. They don't have it in them.
Mm-mm.
I mean, so let's just go ahead and get on to the World Series. We can start it up on Tuesday if the Astros go ahead and win tonight. And like you said, man, I'm rooting for Dusty, man. I mean, the only thing that would have made it difficult is if Cleveland Guardians had made it beat the Yankees, and it was Cleveland Guardians playing in the ALCS right now. I might be torn, but yeah, I'm all about Dusty right now, man. So Big G, I got to be against you, man.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you. I was telling him, I was like, man, your Phillies might not have a shot, brother. I said, man, they pitching too good.
Oh no, they got a shot because they got bats. They got Bryce Harper. They got Castellano out there. They got
bats.
Schwarber, Kyle Schwarber.
Listen,
they got bats.
I'm not saying don't have bats, but when you got pitching, when you got aces up there, 3 of them.
No, I agree, but all you gotta do is dust a couple of them up, and they get out the game. You know what I mean?
You dust a couple of them up.
Dust a couple of them up.
Boy, you wildin', man. But no, I think it's gonna be a good series. If the Astros take care of their business tonight, definitely we can get to it on Tuesday. I think that's gonna be a really interesting World Series. I'm gonna watch it. You guys should too as well. We got a couple of sports movies I want to get in. Well, I'll talk about just one because I wanted to ask your opinion on it on live while we were talking. Creed, did you see the trailer for Creed?
Yeah, I saw that, man. I like Creed a lot, man. It's taking the same format that the Rockies took, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, the first Creed came back, and who did he fight in that one? He fought the dude, the champ. He was the underdog, right?
He fought the champ. Yeah, Rocky trained him. You know, he fought the champ.
And then the second one, he fought the Russian son, Drago's son. Mm-hmm. And now this one is taken after Rocky 3. You know, Creed all bossed up, wearing suits, and I'm the champ, you know what I mean? And he got to get gutter and fight some dude that been in prison, like Clubber Lang. You know what I mean? So it's going off the Rocky kind of you know the way those were set up. But I've been a Rocky fan, man, from day one, so I definitely like all the Creeds.
Again, you know, here's the thing that I think I like about this. They're taking exactly what you said and introducing those Rocky movies to a new generation, right? It's the spin on it. It's not just we're taking a movie, right, and we're redoing it the same way it was done. No, they're introducing this to another generation, and I like it. But there's a classic line in that Rocky movie with Clubber Lang. He was like, I come to my hotel room. I'll show you what a real man. That boy said, I'll fight you right now.
I mean, think about that, man. That movie from '82, man.
Hey,
I was like 10 years old. I remember the summer that came on premium TV. I think it was on HBO at the time. We had the kind of cable box. You had to flick to one side for AV1 and AV2. And I watched that movie every time it came on that summer, man. I love to see Rocky and Apollo Creed running on the beach when Rocky started. You know, it's always dope when Rocky training start to peak out. Yeah. You know what I mean? All of them from Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4.
all
The
the
only
way.
one I didn't like was one with Tommy Morrison. I didn't really care for that.
I didn't really care. I don't think anybody did. I don't think anybody really got into that one at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody ever got into that one at all. Well, it's time. It's that time, man, for parting shots. Talk to me, man. What's your parting shot this week?
Man, I'm just, I'm just appreciative of this time of year it is in sports, man. Basketball, baseball. So, shout out to my boy Spider Mitchell, man, for carrying the Cleveland Cavaliers, averaging 32, 9, and 8 in his first couple games. And yeah, man, that's about good. So I'm about to go flip between my Cleveland Cavaliers and my Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh man, that's sports eating in heaven for me, man.
Sports heaven. I don't know why you flicking between. You better get your iPad or your computer and put one on there. And
But check it out, man. I be trying to tell my father-in-law how to do this, man, but he don't know how to do it. So I paused the game because it's on my cable, right? And tonight it's on NBC. I pause it. Then I watch my Cavs on my streaming app on my TV. So I switch so I can look at that commercial come on, go back to the game, unpause it, watch it. I cut my phone off. I don't listen to you jokers. I know y'all be texting. You, Big G, B Dirt, Pay, everybody. But that's why I be ignoring y'all when it be game time.
I don't text her. See, G has the bad habit of let me know it all, listeners.
Oh
G
man, if I was you, I'd have been so mad at him that Monday night game with Philly. He was just talking so much junk, man. God. I'm thinking like you ruining the game for mine, man.
You had the worst habit. No, you think I was looking at those? You think I was looking at them? I turned my phone.
If you were, he would have been ruining it for you.
I turned my phone down and took off my watch. That's what I did. Tate, real quick before I get to my parting shot. Claude said, "Do we win tonight?"
Claude, man, this is a winnable game. We got to get to Tua. We got to rough him up a little bit. We got to keep the top on. I like Minka being back and some of the secondary being back. I think Najee finally has a good game. Freiermuth being back and Claypool playing with momentum with Kenny Pickett coming back. We win tonight, Claude, 24-20.
So we got a couple of Facebook comments here. We got Jesse Lowe said AI and Vince Carter should have been in the top 10. I don't know what
Jesse.
Again, I don't
Jesse,
know what he's smoking.
Man, you one of the baddest barbers in the bean, man. But you also got some of the baddest takes up there with Big G. AI and Vince Carter? I mean, AI, we talked about this, the AI top 20 to 25. You know what I mean? But did Vince Carter make the top 75?
I don't know. I don't think he did. I don't think he did make 75.
You just a fan of those guys, Jesse. And AI is really good. I'm a fan of AI.
Hey, I'm a fan. AI is top 20. AI top 20. Either way you slice it.
But I think if you go look at many of the lists, AI is like 25 to 30 in most of those lists.
Well, I mean, in my list, I would put him top 20.
Right. I get it. Yeah, you easily can because it's subjective, and these guys are so great. It just depends on what greatness you saying is as I like.
Right. Yeah.
Because I got Kevin Garnett in my top 20.
Yeah, but he's great.
Yeah, and he might be around that 20 range.
Definitely great, man. Listen, I think, first and foremost, I think they're doing boxing, and this is my parting shot. They're doing boxing wrong. They're really taking the sport back by not letting Crawford and Spence fight. I don't care about the politics. I don't care about who chose what. That's a fight that people want to see. And if you want to keep the crowd into boxing, you know what I'm saying? This is for my cousin Josh. Josh loves boxing, loves MMA, and I love boxing. But I'm gonna tell you, if you want to keep people into the sport of boxing, you gotta let the champs fight each other. You gotta let the people go at each other. You need the Hearns Hagler, the Sugar Ray Leonard Hagler, You know what I'm saying? You need the
Duran.
yeah, you need the Durans. You need those fights, man. You need those fights. They gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? And you're taking away from the sport when you interfere. And then you want to give it to us later. And I understand these boxes. I understand. It's just like May did this. Money May did this. He started this whole thing. I'll give you a chance when you're old. You know what I'm saying? So you're still gonna get the marquee fight that you wanted, but you're not the boxer you was when we should have fought. You know what I'm saying? And I don't approve of how they're doing this. You know what I'm saying? I don't approve on how they're doing it. Claude said before it's all said and done, Curry, Durant, and Giannis will close out the top 10 list. Curry and Giannis.
Yeah. I'm not sold on KD.
I'm not sold on Kevin.
KD is 20 and he can't move up no more.
Yeah. I don't. And Jesse said KG is 15.
Okay. KG?
He said KG's 15.
He could be in. He's not higher than 15. I think that's a little high. I say like 18 to 20.
I'd say 21, 22, but he's definitely in that top 25. You can't tell me he's not.
Yeah, you know I agree.
You can't tell me he's not. That was a bad man. That was a bad man. But going back to my parting shot, and I'm gonna let all of my KnoItAllz get out of here, and you get back on this on the rewatch, bro. Let us see the fights that we want to see. We want to see Spence.
So why exactly is that fight not happening? I mean, I heard it wasn't happening.
Nobody's not. I mean, one of them's fighting another person, but I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. It's nobody's really saying why. It's a whole bunch of he said, she said, and Pro Boxing Association is standing in the way.
Did somebody back out? Did Bud get scared?
They're not saying that this person backed out or that person backed out.
Hey man, and them jokers right there from your neck of the wood, Texas and Nebraska.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, bro. Here's what I'm saying to you, man. This is all I'm saying. Pro Boxing Association, give us the fights we want to see. If y'all want us to pay this pay-per-view money, or if not, we're gonna go over here to MMA. They giving us the fights we want to see. You know what I'm saying? They ain't nobody ducking nobody. Everybody fighting. Everybody getting in there and they getting their things over. Mahomes is over 400 yards and 3 tutties. It's just ridiculous.
Man, so also this is why the dude traded me, Josh Allen, because he had Mahomes. So now I know I'm getting destroyed. Let me look at this score and tell you what the score of this game is. And I still got Deontay Johnson, the Steeler defense, the Steeler kicker, and I think that's all I got left. And the score of that game right now, my fantasy game right now, 165 to 81.
That's a whole lot to a little bit.
I'm getting destroyed. Mahomes got 43 points. Brandon Jacobs had 40 points. He didn't even need DK Metcalf got hurt. He didn't even need DK Metcalf. I mean, yeah, man, it's just been a terrible fan. Hey, so what's the final score of that Jets Broncos game?
Jets Broncos with 140 left. The Jets is up 16-9. Wow.
Okay.
That is a horrible score. 16-9. The Broncos garbage. They are hot garbage. They even the announcer was like, I bet Russ is wishing I would have never came down here.
Right. They got strong defense though, man. If they get their offense going. But yeah.
Right. Well, listen, you guys, I thank you guys again for making sure that you came out with us, man. Y'all always show up and y'all always show out. I thank you guys for watching. Tom, B-Dirt. Definitely my guy who's been here arguing with Tate. Just telling him Claude Bishop.
Jesse Lowe.
Yeah, Jesse Lowe. I don't know what Jesse was saying. Elijah, thank you guys for watching. Look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I appreciate you guys for watching and rocking because we take our time on every Sunday to be here and just to hang out with you guys and definitely talk sports, man. But make sure that you share, you like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. We're going to definitely get into more sports, more culture as we move forward, more movies. You're going to hear us talking about everything, man. We definitely are going to do that.
Hey, Mod. I don't mean cut you off, man. Just I know because we often share good TV. You watched the last Raising Kanan yet? Episode 10. You froze up, man. Let's ever get to the last 60 seconds of the show and freeze up. All right, listeners. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and take us out of here since my Wi-Fi is like Big G is say, hot trash. And we'll holler at you guys next week. Peace.